To be Record Haters by E-40. What? E-40 has a diss track? Man, E-40 smashed a few people on this diss song called Record Haters. If you're an E-40 fan and you don't know about that song, I highly suggest you go check it out. E-40 is one of my favorites of all time. One thing I love about E-40 is he's been rapping the same way since 1988. You pop in an E-40 tape from 1991 and you pop in an E-40 tape from 2018, it's going to sound like E-40 in 2025. One of the dopest, one of my favorites, and I've always loved his different style. But not many people always liked E-40. And I remember people back in the day saying E-40 was whack. Man, look, you could say whatever you want. You could say you don't like his style. You could say he annoys you. You could say you hate how he says fasheezy, deezy, my kneesy, or whatever. But one thing you can't say is E-40's whack, especially if you're, a true hip-hop fan. There are people I like, I didn't really like, I didn't care for, but I would never call them whack. Like, I was never a big DMX fan. I was like, I didn't understand a lot of the big deal about DMX. I didn't appreciate it, as I should say. But that doesn't mean he's not one of the greatest. I mean, when I hear DMX buzz bars, I'm like, oh, that dude got it. But I just wasn't, for whatever reason, it didn't connect to me. You know what I mean? But a lot of people didn't like E-40, especially a lot of people on the East Coast. That's right. And people were talking bad about E-40. Biggie said something bad about E-40. And yeah, that didn't go too well for Biggie when he came out to the West Coast.
We head out, get to the back. The limousine is there, but the driver's gone. All of a sudden, you start hearing the trunks of cars opening. You just hear boom, 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 boom. Like, what the hell is that? And you just hear. I turn around, I'm like, oh shit. It's a gang of dudes with guns. They come up and they just very irate. That was some bullshit your man said in the newspaper. He did the article about my man. We getting ready to get him. I said, you know what? Get that man on the phone. I think that man and Big need to talk.
So they called me and he put me on the phone and say, man, what's happening? What was up with that, situation? Man, they got me real drunk, man, and I just got to saying anything, man, and, and what else he said? He said, man, Duke, he said, I with Sprinkle Me, Duke. I rock with Sprinkle Me, Duke. You know what I mean? And I was like, ooh, I didn't trip. I was like, man, I told him, I said, put my folks on the phone.
But another rapper from the East Coast,